here you can always climb one step at a time, higher and higher and higher through your day-to-day activities, and that's what goal setting is all about. This method was influenced by the great Zig Ziglar. Welcome back to the channel and hope you're doing well. Today we are going to do a session about goal setting and how to achieve your goals. So the first step is setting the clear objective of what do you want to achieve. Oftentimes we do not know, we are very confused and it's very vague what do we want to achieve, but it's very important to be specific about what your goal is. For example, you want a new job at a XYZ company, or you want, if you're a business owner, you want to generate some X amount of revenue in the next quarter. Or if you're a student in university, right now, maybe in your next semester, you want to achieve a certain range of grade, maybe B, A, or whatever your goal is. But setting that goal helps you clearly identify what do you want out of life or out of this next few months or few years. So moving on to step 2, once you have identified your objective, now you need to put a timeline to it. Very often we forget this part, like we want to achieve something but we don't put a deadline or a timeline to when do we want to achieve it. So it drags on forever. It's always in the back of our mind, even if the task is like a month long or 2 month long. It seems to stretch out for years. So you want to be sure, you want to put a timeline of how many months, weeks, or even years it would take to achieve this goal. Now every goal is different, so sometimes some goals can be achieved quickly, maybe in a couple of weeks, or some other goals could be difficult. It might take 5 years, 10 years. So you want to have a different timeline according to the goal you want. But now I know it could be challenging if you're doing this for the first time, and I recommend you to go with 8 weeks, because from my experience that is a good time frame for setting up the habits you want to achieve, setting up the habits that would help you achieve that goal. At the same time, it's not out in the infinity like 2 years, 3 years. It does not feel too long, and by the end of those 8 weeks you would have a better understanding of what do you actually need to work on. Step number 3 is identifying the obstacles which would inevitably come along your path. Now, many of the times we set goals and we come across some challenges and then we queue up and we try to achieve this goal again and again and again, but at every stage we are faced with the same challenges or some kind of similar challenges. So identifying these obstacles beforehand, before even starting your journey to achieve this goal, can make a huge difference, because when the obstacle really presents itself, you know what to do about it. You know how you're mentally prepared, you are anticipating an obstacle, and you know how to tackle it. So it could be you always fall short of time, or when you set a goal, you don't know exactly what time to allocate that particular habit or that particular task. It might take 2 hours or 3 hours, you're not sure. So the other times it might be a lack of information or a lack of teacher, a coach or an accountability partner. Maybe you start something and then you lose interest, so you kind of need an accountability partner for it. So knowing your weaknesses or knowing the challenges which would come along the way is a sure shot sign that you're taking your goal setting and goal achieving seriously, and you are equipped enough when those challenges come along. You are equipped enough with the tools to handle it. Now you might say you do not know what the challenges might be presented. So it's okay. It might be that you're setting this goal for the first time, and inevitably you'll be faced with uncertainties. So, how would you handle those uncertainties? Would you have enough room, enough time to recover and bounce back if something happens? So, when you're planning it out, make sure you add buffer weeks. Maybe instead of 8 weeks, you can add 10 weeks to your plan. So, act accordingly, and it comes with experience. You keep doing it over and over again, and then you know exactly what challenge you need to tackle with. Alright, now we are at the step 4 of the 7 steps framework. Step 4 is the skills and knowledge you need to achieve this goal. Yeah, some of your goals might need you to know technical details of a software that you're using, or you might need to know read a book on it, or maybe a course, or maybe even talk to somebody, or sometimes it's as simple as watching a couple of YouTube videos, taking notes, and then applying it. But this step is crucial because when we're trying to achieve some goals, it's oftentimes that we lack the knowledge of what actually needs to be done. For example, if you're in the process of interviewing for companies, it might be a good idea to brush up your interview skills and read more about what is the actual behind the scenes mentality of an interviewer, and how you should stay prepared and top of your game. Or if you're going into a business meeting in a selling your product or service, it's good to learn about sales and human psychology, and these kind of stuff really help you achieve your goal. Whatever your goal is, list down 5 to 6 skills which would help you achieve that, and then start working on it. Step number 5 is collaboration. So when we start to working on our goals, we figure out that we cannot do it all by ourselves. So we need to collaborate with maybe a company, a service, maybe a company that provides some service. So maybe for a fitness goal, you might want to go to a gym. For public speaking, you might want to go to a public speaking coach or an organization that helps you public speak. Or maybe it might be simple as going to therapy and talking out what are your mental blocks. And I know some of you can say that you don't have anybody to partner with, or you're in a season of isolation, like many of us are going through right now, including me, where it is difficult to find people or an organization to collaborate with. So what I did was, what I am still doing is trying to find courses online which can help me to break through those initial limiting beliefs. Or I read books, and I listen to podcasts almost on a regular daily basis, which help me to stay elevated and stay in a higher state of vibration. Alright, we are down to the most important step of the goal setting method, and that is the plan of action. Now this is super important because even if you ignore all the other steps, that's okay. You should not be ignoring this one, because this is crucial to getting your results. What is your plan of action? What are your daily tasks to achieve that goal? Let's say fitness. So what are you going to do on a daily basis? Which exercises are you going to do? How many reps are you going to put in? How many sets are you going to do? Which muscle groups are you going to target? So it needs to be very specific. You also need to integrate rest days. You need to create a rhythm for your week. Take this step very seriously. You need not do everything in one day or one time. What is most ideal is doing small things every single day and see it compound over a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, and you'll start seeing results, and then you can tweak your plan of action as you go along. Alright, step number 7 and the final step is asking yourself, what's in it for me? So why are you achieving this goal, and what can you get out of it for yourself? When I set the goal of losing some weight, for me it was like it's going to be, I'm going to look good and I'm going to feel confident. So those emotions were my end goals or end results of what I would get out of achieving this goal. For you, it could be anything. It could be feeling happy, feeling liberated from something, or it could be financial goal, having money, or having a friendship or a relationship. It could be anything, but it needs to be from your heart, like what do you desire most. And here's a bonus for you. The step number 8 is something that I developed over time, and it is knowing your truth. So what is your current truth right now? So you want to achieve a goal of losing some weight. So right now the goal, your truth is you're not that fit. You need to accept this. When I accepted that I was fat, when I was slightly overweight, that liberated me to look at myself objectively and start taking the action and not comparing myself with anybody else. Oh, I'm fat but I'm not obese, those kind of things. I have little bit of fat, but like I can run a few kilometers, but I'm better than that fat guy. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, right? Okay. So setting your truth, accepting your truth is super important, and not denying it, not getting upset by it, but knowing that once you accept it, once you accept you're here, you can always climb one step at a time, higher and higher and higher through your day-to-day activities, and that's what goal setting is all about. Yeah. Now moving on to the reflection section. So I want to, after setting my fitness goal and after achieving it, and I'm still working on it, I found out there are like 2 things which stop us always, which has been drilled by the society to think about goals and life in general, which is the path is fixed. Like people think getting from A to B, there's only one linear path, which is totally wrong. The path to achieving your goals is fluid. It changes over time. When I started out with my fitness journey, I decided to work out Monday to Friday, and I soon realized that it was draining me. As I got to Thursday or something, I started getting bored, or my body started getting tired. So I decided to have a mid-week break, and I took Thursdays off, and I started working out on Saturday. So this framework helped me achieve my goals better. So your path might change slightly, and that's okay, but make sure you have your focus on the goals and you keep going towards it. Second reflection is the timeline to achieve your goals. Sometimes we think it'll take like 5 years to get like a 6-pack or something, but once you started putting in that effort and you get really serious about it, maybe within 6 months you already start seeing some results. Or sometimes it could be opposite. You thought maybe in the 3 months you would find a job, but it's been 9 months and there's no sight of a job that you'd land. So you need to be flexible in the timeline as well, and adapt yourself accordingly, and change your goals, change your way to achieve that goal. So refine your goals better, I would say, and hold on to that vision and keep walking that path, and I'm sure that you will achieve any goal that you want. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Watch this video again if you want to really take notes and implement the framework in your life in achieving your goals. So I'll end this video by saying a Zig Ziglar's famous quote, that's once you start applying all these methods and start taking life more seriously, I'm sure I will see you at the top. Thanks for watching the video till the end. I trust this message helped you in achieving some goals of yours and making some progress. If you liked and enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and comment your experience below and which goal are you going to use this framework for. Until next time, ciao, bye bye.